Alright guys, this is the Radio Junkie K4MTW, and right now I'm on top of the antenna site. You can see my 2-meter vertical there, and there's my switch box. There's my 2-meter beam. There's some other antennas up here. I'll probably do this video in a couple of segments because it's going to take me a minute. I don't know if you want to see me struggling to throw a line up in another tree. I got one line up already. This is for this, let me see if I can turn my camera around. It won't allow me to do it. Well, anyway, it's for this end-fed 10 antennas, 49-to-1 balun, and I'm going to put a 133-foot wire to it and see how it goes. I already got the thing heat shrink and the tape and everything on one end and soldered in. Let me see if I can pull it without making a mess here. There's the end of the wire. I'm using some DX Engineering high vis yellow. It makes it a little bit easier to see against the sky, somewhat anyway. The black tends to blend in a little bit, so I'm gonna try to like I said, I'll do this in short pieces, but I'm trying to get my phone to let me turn the screen around and it won't do it. I don't know what's going on with this thing. But I've already got one line up in a tree here to pull the balun up in. I got to just make a piece to tie it off to and pull it up. So that part won't be hard at all. Or that line was already there with a like a modified G5RV ZS6 BKW antenna that was up there, and I took it down. So this one I'm gonna run a different direction from my other 133 foot end fed, and once I get it up, I'm gonna run my rig analyzer on it, rig expert, and we'll see what all it does, what it looks like once we get it up in the air. So like I said, this was probably going to be, I'm going to try to splice all this together on Wondershare Filmora and upload it, so hopefully all this will be together in pieces. So let me start the next part and I'll show you where the antennas are going to go. So you can see I'm way up at the top here, up where the antenna site's at. And that's pretty much where it's going to go, is up in the top of that tree. The wire runs all, or line actually, the paracord runs all the way down to there, and I'm gonna hook it in there. And then what we're gonna do is, once we get it up, we got a clear path through these trees right here, and that's the direction the 133 foot wire is gonna run. Hopefully I can run it straight through and get it high enough to pull it up. We're gonna have probably a bunch of obstacles in the way, so hopefully it won't be too bad. We can get some height on it, but we're gonna see how this works out. So let me get to it and get this done, and I'll do the next little section. All right, so I got it all set. There's the 10 antennas, 49-to-1, hooked to my, I said I got it kind of looped around the tree, that way I can just easily pull it up. But there it is, it's all hooked up. Kind of put a little strain relief on there to keep it from, keep that from pulling that connection out. Kind of makeshift. I've got to see if I have an insulator in my bag. I don't know if I've got an end insulator for the other end. I may have to go back down and scrounge one up. And there it is. There's the setup. Got the coax tape around it, and I know people might shy away from putting electrical tape on this kind of stuff, but I hate that coax seal stuff. The kind that I've been using, it leaves a bad residue on your coax ends, and you got a mess if you try to pull it off. So I just use regular electrical tape. I can pull it off and pull it on. So far I haven't had any problems with water intrusion, as long as I come up and check them like every, you know, between 4 and 6 months. So far nothing wrong with it. And just a little aside here, just a few minutes ago back up in these woods, I could swear I heard a buck blowing back up in here, snorting. Just weird. Just for a minute, I know I heard it. There are deer up here. I've seen them before. They come down this hill. I guess they think they're mountain goats, but there are deer up in here, and I know I heard a buck blow up in there. Had to have been. Oh well. All right, on to the next part. Here comes the fun part, trying to roll this stuff out and get it somewhere over in here. We can find a limb. How this is gonna work. Got trees in the way. We got a bad drop off over in here. This thing may have to have a little bit of a curve in it. So you can see how far back I gotta go. This may be about where I come to. We're gonna see if we can mount it up in here. Hopefully. It looks like a good tree, but we got a lot of wire we gotta roll through. Man, a little more than I bargained for. This is gonna be the problem. Just trying to find a good tree to get it in. I see one, but man, it's in some deadfall back in here. Kind of sketchy too. It's warm and I don't want to run up on those snakes. And you can see that ravine down in there. Man. Yeah. Finding antennas up in the woods. Almost there because we got that much left. I'm really pushing my luck. Good news is I got a good clear view of the horizon, even if I can get it up a certain height. Man, this is gonna be bad. I don't know, guys, this might not have been a good idea to run it this long. I'm way up in here. Way up in here. There's a lot of deadfall up in here. Alright, well, we're at the end of the spool, so we got it. We're just gonna have to put it right there. Put it right there and go back. See how this is gonna work. So that's the run. Just hopefully we can get this thing up in the air at a decent height. I have to swing the machete up in here and clean some of this out just to get what I need out of my way. But it's just almost a straight shot. I see a few trees are going to be in my way, but we'll see. We may aim to throw it over there and go up and come back down. That might be the possibility. We'll see. we'll see what we can do. And come in here in a machete and clear some of this underbrush out. So I'll have a clear line back to the, I gotta keep an eye on my feet. Don't run into any crawling boogers. All right, be back in a minute. All right, so basically what I did was I run that wire through there, through the woods, and kind of see them where they run out of the top of this tree. But that 133 foot end fed runs down through the woods back into there. But I did have to, like, I got it in by accident, got it in an L configuration, which the end of it goes straight up about 20 feet on the very end, with the insulator holding it at the top, kind of clear the trees, which I read on the internet that actually that might be a good thing. You know, different, have it set up different like that might be better for DX. So we'll see. We don't know. It's an experiment. You know, always experimenting, trying to do different stuff. And I got ants crawling on me, but maybe that'll work, and we'll see how that does. But that's 233 foot end feds now. One running, that's my vertical. One running that way past that rotten tree, going 133 feet, and then another one going this way, going 133 feet. So we'll see what happens, and I'll see y'all live later on today. This is the Radio Junkie K4MTW, and I'm out.